Greetings guys, this is your Chief and Upline Pathman sending you a clear message in this video talking about one of the most controversial topics in our industry called the comfort zone. And everyone uses this. Everyone talks about it. Everyone talks about it as though they are an expert, but they fail to understand what it's truly about. Right? So I'm going to handle it at different stages, from the mindset of a prospect, from a mindset of a new IR, from a mindset of a leader, and also a mindset of a big leader who's already earning $5,000–10,000 US. The comfort zone is ultimately a disease. Okay, it exists in society at many levels. It exists all around us. It exists in the smallest things in your life to life itself. All right, so I'm going to write it down on the board, the word itself. Okay, so everyone knows what I'm talking about. All right, the comfort zone. Okay, now the comfort zone is a place where you want to get out of. When somebody says that you are in a comfort zone, it's a bad thing, okay? So don't be moronic and think it's a compliment that you're surrounded by pillows and sleeping comfortably in your bed. That's not a comfort zone, that's comfort, all right? In network marketing or in life generally, when somebody says you are in a comfort zone, it can be equated to you are lazy, you don't have dreams, you have no desire to succeed in life or be proactive or get out of this comfort zone. All right, now to me in network marketing we use the word comfort zone practically every time. Okay, for example, all right, the first stage where you talk about this topic called comfort zone is when you're dealing with your prospect. All right, prospect is somebody who hasn't seen the plan. Okay, he's the guy you're showing the presentation to. And when you show him the presentation, you have to understand that he is in his own comfort zone. That means go to work, all right, and come back home. Okay? Now, you always hear me say this in all my trainings, okay? Go to work, come back home, 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 go to work, come back home. 40 years and die broke. All right? I know it sounds ugly, but that's the reality. All right? So to your prospect, all right, your prospect who you're showing the plan to, he is in a comfort zone. That means he's in a job, all right, he goes to work, he comes back home, he goes to work, he comes back home, he goes to work, he comes back home, he earns a salary, all right, and after 40 years he retires broke and he waits to die. Now, that is the prospect comfort zone, all right? So what you are doing when you do the presentation, when you do the selling, when you tell them you got to find a dream, you got to be rich one day. What if you have all the time and all the money, all right? What would you do with your life? Okay, what you're trying to do, you're trying to get the guy, all right, out of his comfort zone. You're trying to get him to get out of his comfort zone. Now that's the prospect, all right? And we always talk about this, and this is the truth, all right? Ultimately, what you're doing when you're presenting the plan, what you're doing when you show them QNet, Q Infinite, all right? What you're doing is you're trying to convince him to get out of his comfort zone and do something different. You're trying to convince him to get out of his comfort zone and go after his dream, all right? Because in the comfort zone he has no dream. In the comfort zone he eats, sleeps, goes to the toilet, go to work, come back home, that's it, all right? That's his comfort zone. And what you're trying to do when you do the presentation and you show him, all right, the amazing business opportunity of QNet or the amazing products of QNet, what you're trying to do is get him out of his comfort zone. Now all of us, including you watching this video right now, including me, at one point we were a prospect. We were a prospect in our own comfort zone, right? Okay, and somebody showed us the plan, like in my case, Dato Vijay Ishwaran talked to me about this amazing business and he got me out of my comfort zone. Right? Now the comfort zone is a disease. It's, you know, I have to be very direct with you because I always am. It's like cancer, you understand? But you don't realize you have it. is that you're walking around thinking you're healthy while inside there's cancer eating up your body and you're going to die one day. All right, that's a comfort zone. Okay, and a lot of people, the funny thing is, a lot of people are in a comfort zone and they don't realize it. All right, like all your prospects or your family members or your friends, that they're all in a comfort zone and they don't realize it, and you need a catalyst. A catalyst is somebody like you and me, who come in, disturb them enough, all right, okay, to get them out of their comfort zone, all right. And this issue of comfort zone doesn't only exist in a prospect. Everyone thinks they have to get their prospect out of the comfort zone and join QNet, all right, go for financial freedom. Everyone feels that once the prospect signs up in QNet, there is no longer a comfort zone. It's over. The guy is going to sign up in QNet, become the most unbelievable networker, unbelievable downline ever seen, because you got him out of the comfort zone to become an IR. All right, comfort zone chapter close. Okay, and after 6 months, that guy doesn't do anything. He's an absolute moron, doesn't do rule 3, doesn't show the plan, doesn't earn money, and then later you feel, what happened? What happened? What happened to my downline? Alright, so let me explain this theory of the comfort zone. The comfort zone exists in a prospect, alright, before he signs up. You get him out of this comfort zone and you make him into an IR, alright. But what people don't understand is that the comfort zone also exists in the IR. Alright, that everyone goes through this comfort zone. The comfort zone is never erased. It comes back. It hits you again. Alright, prospect, comfort zone. Get him out of the comfort zone, signs up in QNet, he becomes an IR. Now, what you fail to understand, or what most networkers fail to understand, that even an IR has a comfort zone. Let me explain. Scenario, okay? An IR joins, okay? And he says, I'm excited, I love QNet, I love the products, I want financial freedom, I have a dream, okay? And he starts showing the plan, okay? Right? And he gets rejected. His upline tells him, it's okay, rejection is part and parcel of the business. Now what you fail to understand, that the IR actually, alright, is in a comfort zone of rejection. That means his mind, his body, everything has accepted that it's rejection. It's okay. Alright, let me stay here. Another rejection, it's okay. Another rejection, it's okay. Another rejection, it's okay. No. Alright? If you are continuously getting rejections, alright, doesn't mean that everyone you're showing the plan to is a moron. Your presentation could be wrong. Your knowledge could be wrong. Your approach could be wrong. Alright? Your passion, your energy could be wrong. And you need to go back to your upline, you need to counsel your upline, talk to your uplines, come and talk to the V and find out, how come I have 45 rejections? You understand? I had a lot of rejections. But if I get too many rejections in one row, alright, I go meet Dato Vijay and I ask him what's wrong. I don't allow that to become my comfort zone. Because a lot of you are walking around saying, rejection is part and parcel of this business. Alright? But guys, if you get 100 rejections, there's something wrong with you, not the rest of the world. Because you shouldn't get 100 rejections in one row. Alright? No logic. Alright? I get 2 rejections, then I get 1 sign up. 3 rejections, 2 sign ups. 1 rejection, 1 sign up. I never had 100 rejections in a row. If you had 100 rejections in a row, there's something wrong with you. So wake up, smell the coffee, go counsel your upline, go and check what you're doing wrong. Are you giving too much information in your presentation? Are you handling objections wrongly? Alright? Or you're just not 100% there, your passion is not felt by the prospect. Alright? So some IRs fall into the comfort zone where they accept rejection. And they said, oh, normal, let me get rejected and rejected. After 2 years, you meet this guy and you ask him, how's the business? Don't worry, One day I'll get a sign up, but 2 years I'm only getting rejections. All right, and this has become your comfort zone. Next comfort zone of an IR, all right, is before they start doing the business seriously, they want to go for training. All right, they want to get knowledge. Okay, all right, they want to become a expert before doing the business 100%. Now this is another comfort zone for the IR, okay? Comfort zone here. Because I know a lot of IRs who I ask them, how long you been in the business? Oh chief, I've been in the business for 6 months. How many presentations have you done? Not yet chief, I'm not ready. I'm still gaining knowledge. That is so moronic, all right? There is no 6 months period for you to become an expert in QNet. I heard about QNet and I showed the plan immediately. All right? Everyone who's successful today, all right, in our business didn't wait to show the plan. Guys, let's not joke with each other, okay? Our comp plan is not rocket science. My nephew who's 6 years old can show the plan. Your kids can show the plan after listening to it once. So why does somebody have to go for so many trainings, become a super duper expert before showing the plan? It is not rocket science. It's 3000 BV on the left, 3000 BV on the right. The rank movement is so easy. Bronze, silver, gold, platinum, diamond. Alright? It's so easy. There's nothing to it. You can learn the plan in half an hour and show it in the next half an hour. That's how easy the QNet comp plan is. Right? So I don't know why there are a lot of IRs who suddenly want to become PhD holders, degree holders, university students in the QNet knowledge comp plan. Chief, before I show the plan, I must be an expert in the biodis. I must be an expert in QBI. You don't need to. That's why we got brochures. That's why you got website information. Until today, I'm not an expert in any product. I'm an expert at making money. Right? That's why QNet spends millions of dollars giving you the best website, the best virtual office, the whole catalog, videos, everything for you to present to your prospects. Alright? So this is another comfort zone. I know IRs who love training, who love to get more knowledge, to become an expert, alright? But they don't do anything. They don't go out there and show the plan. They're not out there to make their dream into a reality. They get stuck in the cycle of knowledge, acquiring knowledge. The cycle of acquiring knowledge. They want to have lots and lots and lots of knowledge. Why? Alright? Nobody said you have to be a PhD holder in QNet. Alright? A moron with a dream can become successful in this business. You're looking at him right here. Right? Until today, my knowledge about virtual office, about products is just enough to survive. Right? But my knowledge about dreams, unbelievable. My knowledge about passion, unbelievable. My knowledge about inspiring people, unbelievable. And I learn from the best. My upline, Dato Vijay Ishwaran. Alright? And this is a major comfort zone. Major comfort zone. Alright, next comfort zone of an IR, and I'm going to show it here, alright, is I will not do anything without my upline. Alright, this is like a baby, alright, who can't do anything without the mother. Guys, you are a grown adult. Your upline is there to guide you, give you information, give you some direction, not hold your hand to cross the road. You understand? Your upline is not there to carry you to the next presentation, drive you to the next meeting, cut your food and feed you. Alright? You are not, challenged mentally and physically. You are an adult. This is your business. Alright? Some people can make it big even without having an upline. Alright, I know people who don't have an active upline who today make 10,000 US a week because they made a decision. So this comfort zone is called dependency. Alright, where, okay, you depend on your upline in totality, that you don't move without your upline. And that becomes your comfort zone. That means you wait. What are you waiting for? My upline chief. Have you done rule 3? I'm waiting for my upline. Have you done a presentation? My upline must follow. Have you done your first training? Sorry, I can't do it without my upline. Can you earn 5,000 US dollars? Without my upline, I don't want to earn 5,000 US dollars. Moronic, once again, comfort zone. Alright, so in IR has various comfort zones. From loving rejection, good, love rejection. But if you got 100 rejections in a row, you're a moron. Wake up and smell the coffee. Change your presentation. Counsel your upline. Alright? Change your color of your t-shirt. I don't know. Maybe you got BO. You need to use stronger perfume. Whatever the reason is. Alright? Next comfort zone is training and knowledge to become an expert before becoming active or becoming a serious networker. Another major mistake networkers make. Don't have to be an expert. Just go out there, show the plan. Alright? This much knowledge is enough to begin your journey with QNet. You don't need this much knowledge. Okay? Next is dependency on upline. That means don't even want to go to the bathroom. Excuse me, upline, can you follow me? I need to go on PP. You understand or not? Alright? Please. You can do it on your own. And if you have a great upline, it's a bonus. You don't have a great upline, doesn't matter. Find your dream and start your journey. Guys, it's not rocket science. Like I told you, right? Kids are better networkers than us sometimes because they don't have a comfort zone. They're constantly moving out of a comfort zone. Right? Next is when people start to make a commission. They start to see money. IRs. Okay? They start to see money, and let's say your check is 250, all right, or 500. Okay? All right? Now this, listen very carefully. Okay, your earnings is supposed to motivate and inspire you, but not put you in a comfort zone. But the biggest disease I've seen in network marketing is when leaders get comfortable with the money they're earning. Alright, leaders get comfortable with the money they're earning based on their lifestyle. Alright, now this, I want you to listen carefully. Okay, all of you there, listen to this carefully. Right? I have seen in 14 years, people get stuck at a certain level. That means they earn 500, 1 year, every week they earn 500. Great networkers, committed networkers, totally switched on. But for 1 year, when I see them, what's your check next week? You know my question, what's your check next week? 500 chief. Last week, 500 chief. The week before, 500 chief. And I'm confused. This guy is switched on, he's committed, alright? He's aggressive networker. Why is his check stuck at 500? You know why? Because the 500 check is his comfort zone. Alright? Now this is a disease which is so dangerous, it's not funny, okay? That means you know that your lifestyle right now needs 500 US a week. So your mind, alright, your body, okay, stops when you achieve 500. Your passion, your commitment slows down when you reach 500 US because you know 500 US is enough to make you survive. Do you want 1,000 US? Yes, but you don't want it badly enough. Your dream is not big enough. You're not hungry enough. You understand? So you slowly fall into this income comfort zone. The most dangerous comfort zone in network marketing is an income comfort zone. And we all been there. Right? Income comfort zone is when you earn a certain amount of money, you justify, you rationalize, right, that this is enough money for you to have a good life. Therefore, you no longer push yourself, you don't push your team, you don't try to get more BV, alright, to raise your commission to the new level because you feel or you have convinced yourself that this income is enough. So a lot of people tell me, Chief, I'm stuck at 2,000 US a week. I just met some leaders last week who said, Chief, I'm stuck at 2,000 US a week. I want to go to 5,000 because you know I have a training called 2510, all right, which will be in one of the videos, okay, So make sure you watch this video called 2510. All right, that means your income first level is 2,000 US dollars. Then you become a leader, you should earn 5,000 US dollars. You want financial freedom, you should earn 10,000 US dollars a week. Right? So a lot of people come and tell me, Chief, I'm stuck at 2,000 US dollars. I can't move to the next level. Why? Comfort zone. In your brain, somewhere at the back, something is telling you 2,000 is enough, Baba. 1 month 8,000, enough. Life is good. Why work harder to earn 5,000 US dollars? Are you a moron? Don't listen to that voice. Alright? Because a comfort zone makes you get stuck. If you get stuck at $2,000, that means your downlines are stuck at $1,000. Their downlines are stuck at $500. Their downlines will be stuck at $250, and their downlines income will be zero. If you don't move up, your network cannot follow. Are you guys with me? Very important. It is very important that you constantly move out of your comfort zone. Every aspect. If you are at 2,000, you need to move to 2,250, to 2,500, to 2,750, to $3,000. Constantly, you got to move out of your income comfort zone. Because if you get stuck in this comfort zone, all right, your whole network, all right, will slowly crumble, fall, and die. I've seen it happen all over the world. Alright, so what is most important is prospect, come out of comfort zone, signs up in QNet. It's not over. Because a lot of IRs in the beginning of their journey fall into a new comfort zone. And then the next major comfort zone is the income comfort zone. Right? So what somebody asked me, Chief, what must I do to get out of my income comfort zone? Very simple. Dream bigger. Become more hungry. Push yourself harder. Go back to your upline continuously. Dato' Vijay was the greatest upline I will ever have. The greatest upline. Not because he taught me about the biodis or QVI or how to use my virtual office. He never spoke about the product. He never spoke about my virtual office. Alright? Or my genealogy. He constantly spoke about my income. He constantly asked me, what's your check next week? Why are you stuck here? Get out of your comfort zone. Push yourself. Next week, your check must be bigger. Never allowed me to stay in my comfort zone. He constantly pushed me out of my comfort zone. And if you don't have an upline like that, you have to do it yourself. Alright? You have to do it for your downlines. Don't allow them. If their goal this week is 250, alright, after a few weeks you must push them to 500. If they are at 500 for 3 weeks, you got to push them to 750. If they are at 750, push them to $1,000. But you only can do that if you also push yourself out of your comfort zone. Alright? So the income comfort zone, I have seen it as the worst disease in network marketing. Never get comfortable. Never get satisfied. Don't justify and rationalize that you can survive with 2,000 US a week. I'm sorry, 2,000 US a week today means you are poor. You understand? Right? You truly want to become successful, if you truly want to live and make your dreams a reality, to live the lifestyles of the rich and reasonably famous, all right? Okay? You need to earn far more than $2,000 a week. All right? So don't get stuck in this comfort zone. Now the next comfort zone which I have seen, all right, is a major one called the leadership comfort zone. All right? This is dangerous. All right? That's why I don't like the fact that every Tom, Dick and Sally today is called a leader. You know, I go for events and the networkers, you know, will say, Chief, let me introduce you to my leader. And I'm excited because to me a leader is like, wow, 5,000 US dollars, 10,000 US dollars, all right, 20,000 downlines, unbelievable. So I shake hands. I said, why? How are you? So how long you been in the business? 2 weeks. What's your check? No check yet. So I look at the moron. I said, how can you call this person a leader? 2 weeks in the business, no commission check, but the name is leader. Never do that. Right? Because leadership is the dangerous comfort zone. It's one of the biggest comfort zones. So a lot of people, just because you call them leader, 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 what happens? They believe that they are a leader. Tan, tan, tan. You understand not? And suddenly they don't do anything. Income zero, but they are quite happy. I asked them, excuse me, what? Don't worry, chief, I'm a leader. But your income is zero. Don't worry, chief, I'm a leader. But you don't have any downlines. Don't worry, chief, I'm a leader. Guys, don't go around calling people a leader. Alright? 2,000 US a week, networker. 5,000 US a week, leader. 10,000 US a week, come and see me. Alright? We go to Bali for 1 week and relax, because you're on the way to financial freedom. But leadership is a major comfort zone. Alright? Because of this concept of everyone trying to edify each other, I promote edification. I believe edification is important, but edification must have criteria. Edification must have rules and regulations. You cannot edify somebody who signed up 2 weeks and said, the biggest leader in my organization. Cannot. It's moronic. Alright? You don't edify for the sake of edifying. You edify people who qualify, who deserve, who have the income, who have the group, who have the respect, who have the influence of their organization. You cannot wake up tomorrow morning and just edify any Tom, Dick and Sally. Because the more you edify people who don't qualify, they think they are a leader and they fall into a comfort zone. They don't do anything, right? They walk around like they own the world. Alright? And they expect everyone to come to them. And they think they don't have to show the plan. Alright? Major problem. I don't care what your check is. I don't care how big you are. Let me make something very clear to everyone. You don't stop showing the plan until you retire. You don't stop. Alright? I retired at the age of 30. At 30 years old, I was financially free. Alright, and I announced my downlines. I'm retiring, I'm going to enjoy life. Okay? And that was the day I stopped showing the plan. But today, after 7 years, I still show the plan. It's in my blood. I'm born a networker, I'll die a networker. Alright? So this position of leadership comfort zone is a major comfort zone which you must not fall into. Alright? One day you become an associate V partner, you become a V partner. You're still a networker. You still show the plan. I will still ask you, what's your check next week? I will still ask you, are you doing rule 3? I don't care how big you are, what title or what kind of leader you are. Alright? Because if I don't ask you this question, have you done rule 3? What's your check next week? The two most fundamental questions of network marketing. Have you done rule 3? What's your check next week? If I don't ask you this question, you fall into a comfort zone. And when you fall into a comfort zone, it's hard to get out. And the longer you stay in this comfort zone, it's even harder to get out. And that's why today in this industry of network marketing, you have so many people walking around stuck at certain income level and think they are big leaders. That's a comfort zone. Right? So the biggest disease in our industry, from leadership to income to the prospect to the IR, alright, is this word, the comfort zone. Now constantly your battle every day, alright, is to get out of the comfort zone. Whichever comfort zone you are, you want to get out. You want to get out, alright? And after 6 months, you will come back to a different comfort zone. Then you want to get out again. You want to get out again. You want to get out again. You should never stay long in a comfort zone. I give you an example. I was just in Jakarta a few weeks ago, right? And I've been using a Nokia phone for the longest time, right? And it is my comfort zone. Do you realize this? When you buy a new mobile phone, right, you cannot stop playing with it. You want to learn how to use it. You think of every aspect. You play with the menu. You play with the profile. You type a new message. You send. You learn so many things. What happened to you? Alright? For 1 year you use one mobile phone. It becomes your comfort zone. Alright? When you buy a new mobile phone, what happens to you? You get out of your comfort zone and you learn new features. You learn new aspects of the phone. For the longest time, I was in a comfort zone that I didn't have to use a computer. And one day I realized I cannot survive. I can't survive without Facebook. I can't survive without Twitter. I can't survive without going to the most unbelievable website, www.the-v.net. You see how I inserted a promo into this? Alright, okay? But check out the website, it's unbelievable. And I realized I can't survive. So today, I have an iMac in my office, I have an iPad at home, I have a Mac Air, and I have an iPhone. Alright? And I have a BlackBerry. And one day I have to learn new things to get out of my comfort zone. So today I'm too comfortable with my iPad. Maybe I have to switch to a Samsung Galaxy to get out of my comfort zone. So constantly I work hard to push myself out of a comfort zone. And I'm your chief, I'm your upline, Pathman Senatiraja. If I fall into a comfort zone regularly and have to work hard to get out, what about you? Are you in a comfort zone right now? Are you in an income comfort zone? Are you in a leadership comfort zone? Alright? Because you cannot lead if you don't get out of your comfort zone. Because people don't want to follow people who are stagnant, who are stuck in one aspect of their life. People want to follow people who are constantly moving forward, who are constantly generating new ideas, who are constantly 10 steps ahead of the rest of the world. And this is what you must do. This is what you must do as a networker. This is what you must do as an upline. This is what you must do as a leader. The golden rule, to be truly successful in QNet, to be truly big in this business, get out of your comfort zone. And then get out again. And then get out again. And then get out again. Don't stop at 2,000. Next target, 2250. Don't stop after 100 rejections. Identify why you got 100 rejections. Change your presentation. Change your attitude. If nobody is following you, don't say, this is who I am. People don't like me because I am aggressive. No, nonsense. If nobody likes you, you are in a comfort zone. You have to change. Without change, you die. As my mentor told me. If you don't change, you die. So to all of you out there, wake up and smell the coffee. You are in a comfort zone. Get out. And I guarantee you, you will fall back into a comfort zone. Get out again. Right? Whichever aspect of comfort zone you are in right now, okay, let me tell you one thing. My biggest worry is the income comfort zone. You cannot be stuck on this one. Alright? If you're earning 250 for 3-4 weeks, you should target 500. Push yourself, push your team, ask your upline to push you aggressively, but you need to continuously get out of your comfort zone. If you want to walk with me on the beaches of the world, if you want the life of financial freedom you always see, alright? If you want to come into our world of financial freedom, my only advice is get out of your comfort zone. The V.